What's up everyone, this is Element with TGN.TV bringing you a Terraria video. This video is pretty much focusing on the bosses in Terraria. So the first boss I'm going to be covering is the Eye of Cthulhu, something like that. So the first tip I'm giving is to keep them in an open area. That's very important so you don't take a lot of damage from close quarters. The second tip is to have a lot of potions so you can heal yourself. And the third tip is to have an appropriate weapon like a shuriken or a gun. I prefer guns, but shurikens work pretty darn well as well. So here I am in the game, and I'm about to summon him. So there I go, summon with the suspicious eye, which you can even get from the demonic altar. So I'm getting my gun out. I think I start off with the shurikens, which is what I'm used to. So pretty much what the shurikens do that's so great about them is that it goes through monsters and hits monsters behind them. And what the Eye of Cthulhu does is he will shoot out eyeballs from himself. So what the shurikens do is they go through the ads that he summons and it hits him. So it's a constant damage all the time, which is very good. Now the reason the gun's so good is because it'll also one-shot those ads and it'll do a huge amount of damage very fast to the eye. So as you can see, eventually I will pull out that gun and I will start doing some mad damage. That's when the boss starts going down really fast. So right now I'm just throwing my shurikens like a madman, killing any of those ads that he summons because that's really what I do. And I'm just kind of dodging around and throwing those shurikens. I don't know exactly when I pull out the gun, but it should be happening pretty soon. There we go. I decide, you know what, the shurikens aren't working like they used to, for me at least. So I pulled out the gun and I'm just shooting up that guy like a storm. So I'm just shooting him, and you can see I'm one-shotting those eyeballs he's summoning, which is very, very helpful. And I'm just shooting him right in the pupil. That must be painful. So remember, when you're fighting this boss, you want to keep it in an open area and just shoot him with a ranged weapon with a lot of potions. Now, when I did this attempt, I didn't have any potions on me, which was a big mistake for me. And I actually, spoiler alert, I ended this fight with 1 heart. It was very close, but in this phase of the fight, he doesn't do that much damage. You don't have to really worry about, dying too fast at this stage. But then again, I do have the full amount of hearts and a lot of armor. So you have to take into account what you have, and you need to do what you can to make it great. I don't know. What's really helpful is that I have the Orb of Light with me. And it's not a huge factor in this fight, but it's just really helpful to have. And here we go, second phase. This phase is very melee heavy, meaning that he will be up in your face a lot. So I think I pulled out my Blue Moon, and I'm just throwing that thing in his face. And what it will do is it'll go through him as well, but when it comes back, it'll also do damage. Which is why I prefer to use that for the close quarters. But not everyone's going to have this weapon because you need to have down a Skeletron, which is going to be probably the next boss I'm covering. But whenever you do get him down, you can get the Blue Moon from the dungeon that's in that cave behind him. So each time he goes up, I just throw my Blue Moon, try to get it behind him, because I do mad damage, about 30 every time you hit him. And I'm starting to take a lot more damage now, and I'm starting to worry that I might not kill him before he needs, before I die. So I'm just like trying to kill these zombies away while he's down, because there's no point in just standing there letting the zombies hit you. Another thing to note is that if you build like a barrier above the ground, you don't have to worry about zombies. Of course, you will have to worry about demon eyes, but at least you don't have to worry about the extra things like zombies and such, which is good whenever you're fighting a boss like this. So here I go, last hit, come on. Yep, he explodes into a wave of just guts, and that fight is done.